Hi there, my sweet first graders. I appreciate it tremendously that you have chosen to come back for another Reader's Workshop lesson and learn with me. Thank you for being here. Alrighty, my friends, we have spoken quite a bit about how researchers take notes to really hold on to their thoughts. Just like with Max, when he didn't anchor down his balloons, they floated off. We need to be anchoring down our thinking so that they stick in those big noggins of ours. So yesterday's conversation was all on doing those really quick jots, right? The stop, the jot, and then getting right back to our learning. Today's lesson is similar to that one, but it's a little bit more refined or specific, okay? So I have a tool right here, and it is a tool that you might have at home or you may not have at home. If you have it at home, great. I want you to use it today. If you do not have it at home, we will speak about some ways in which you can adapt and use a similar tool in the same way. So my tool is sticky notes, Post-its, whatever you want to call them. I call them sticky notes. So friends, what do you use sticky notes for? Do you, I don't know, toss them around like money? Do you wipe your hands off with them? Do you put them over your little brother's mouth to make him be quiet? No siree. What do you use sticky notes for? They can be used in many different ways, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about how sticky notes support. Sticky notes can support our learning in many different ways, my friends. And the few ways that we're going to talk about in which you can use a sticky note for, this little dude is asking, what can I do with a sticky note? You're probably thinking the same thing. There are many different things you can do with a sticky note. You can do that quick jot, just like yesterday's lesson. You can do some of your own thinking. You can revise some of your old thoughts. You can do a quick sketch. You can talk about what you're reading. And finally, you can write nice long sentences if you'd like. There are many different things you can do with sticky notes. Turn on your brains, my friends. Here comes a teaching point. Today, I want to teach you what you can do with a sticky note so that you can hold on to those thoughts of yours. Let's go ahead, my friends, and get this puppy glued down so that this strategy does not float out of our brains. We need it glued down to it. So I'm going to add it to our poster. Sticky notes support. They can help our learning in many different ways. So my friends, as I mentioned earlier, if you do not have sticky notes at home, no worries at all. You can use your learning log like we did the other day, or another really cool strategy is you can actually take paper, perhaps out of your learning log, and kind of rip them in different pieces to kind of symbolize a sticky note, okay? Really, friends, however you want to take these notes works for me. I'm just showing you specifically how to do them on sticky notes because as I showed you earlier, there are 6 different ways that you can take sticky notes. There are many others, but these are the 6 we are going to be zooming in on. And so I just want to show you how they can be put on sticky notes, put on individual sticky notes. So make sure if you are using a different form of note-taking, like your learning log, you are including spaces within each thought so you can really tell that they are different notes. So keep that in mind. Okay, dudes. So we read yesterday the first section of our An American Pastime nonfiction book. Here it was, right? So today we are going to be, oh look, another use for a sticky note, bookmark. We are going to be zooming in on this section titled Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And my plan, boys and girls, for reading this book is similar to the way in which I really enjoy reading nonfiction books. I read the text first, and then I go into the text features. So the first time I read, boys and girls, just listen to enjoy. But as you are listening, I want you to be thinking about, are there any thoughts that I really want to hold on to that I should probably write about? Should I make a quick jot? Should I do some thinking? Should I revise some of my prior knowledge? Can I do a sketch? Can I just talk about what I'm feeling? Or finally, can I do long, written sentences? So consider that. Here we go. Take me out to the ball game. Going to a baseball game is an American tradition. Fans wave banners and handmade signs above the crowd. Vendors yell peanuts, popcorn, hot dogs. And groups chant the names of their favorite players. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. Cheering for the hometown team is a part of the game. Seattle, Washington. We have a photograph of, it looks like a family with some flags and banners and homemade signs supporting the home team. Cool. So friends, now this time that I read, I want to really hold on to our thoughts. And this is a great strategy. Read your section first and then go back and take notes. If you want to take notes the first time, fine with me too. So now as I read, I might do a jot. I might do a sketch. I might do some thinking. I might write long. I might talk about. I might revise some of my old thoughts. I want it to flow naturally, boys and girls. So I'm not going to force this. If I have a thought, it's getting put on a sticky note. So if you'd like to follow along with me, do it. If you'd like to just watch for now, that's cool. Here we go. Take me out to the ball game. Okay. Going to a baseball game is an American tradition. I think that's something I need to stop and jot. So I'm just going to jot that one down. Baseball game. Equal sign. American tradition. There we go. Let's put them over here. Nice. All right, let's continue. Fans wave banners and homemade signs above the crowd. I want to do a sketch. Now, sketches, boys and girls, are quick illustrations. They are not detailed. They're quick so you can get right back to your thinking. So I'm going to draw a homemade sign that I might take to a baseball game. And I'm from California, so our baseball team is the San Francisco Giants. So here's a little homemade sign that I myself may take to a baseball game in the future. Giants. Vendors yell, peanuts, popcorn, hot dogs. Ooh, I want to revise a thought that I had about baseball before I read this book. I knew that hot dogs and peanuts were huge in baseball games, but I didn't realize that popcorn was also a big part of baseball. So I'm going to revise my old thinking and write it down. Boys and girls, if you ever realize something new from your book that perhaps you didn't realize in the past, those are the times that you really should write down your thinking, because usually, my friends, when you hear something new, it takes a couple times for it to really stick. So if you choose to write it down, it's much more likely to sink into that brain of yours. So I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write down popcorn is a big part of baseball. So with this sticky note, friends, I kind of actually did two of the strategies. I did a revision of my previous thought, but I also wrote long. I wrote a full sentence as opposed to just a couple words. So here we have it. Coolio. Okay, get back to our thinking. And groups chant the names of their favorite players. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. Cheering for the hometown team is a part of the game. I want to just take a closer peek at our photograph here and see if there's any thinking I want to write down onto my sticky note. I'm going to go back and take a look. Do I have a quick jot? Do I have any thoughts? Do I have any revisions? Do I want to sketch? Do I want to talk? I do want to talk about. I want to talk about how they're all wearing like spirit wear, right? They're not just holding up pennants and holding up signs. They are also, though, wearing the colors of their baseball team, and it looks like they're even wearing hats that resemble their baseball team. So I want to go ahead and talk about that on a sticky note. So say spirit wear is another way to support teams. There we go. Okay, dudes, and that concludes this section. So kiddos, you probably noticed that again, my handwriting was not its best. It was not perfect to a T. But could you read every word? Certainly. Could my friends read every single word? Certainly. Could my family? Certainly. We still need to make sure, kiddos, that our thinking is clear enough that others can learn from our sticky notes as well. But we also want to have them be quick enough that we can get right back to our text. You probably noticed it was read, sticky, read, sticky, read, sticky, read. Back and forth, that lovely pendulum of thinking, back and forth, back and forth. Now, friends, I took a note after almost every sentence. Do you have to do that? No, you do not have to do that. But if you have thoughts, kiddos, go for it. But no, you do not have to take a note after every single sentence. I just was so excited about them that I felt like I kind of had to, because a lot of this learning is new for me. And so remember, researchers take notes to hold on to their thoughts. I don't want to be like Max and let my thought just float away. So that's why I wrote them down. Okay, boys and girls, it is now your chance to go ahead and try out this strategy today. I want you to see how sticky notes can support your learning in your nonfiction book. So pick one up. As you are reading, take those notes and let them support your learning. Okay, my friends, give it a go. Good luck. You're going to rock it. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.